Hey guys, welcome to Exigent Sports. I'm your host, Coach DJ Pendergrass, bringing you an exciting episode today on Exigent Sports. Mark Packer will join us here on set live right here where this young man is, Caden Long from Central. I also have Coach Brent Hughes from Halls. He's going to call, and we're going to talk to Coach Brent Hughes. I also have a couple more stars right here, right now in the building. We have Seth Laws. Also, we have Torrin McAfee. It is going to be a thrilling night, and I'm excited about it. Caden Long, welcome to the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So I did a little research. Starting quarterback for Halls. You told me you was a junior.
For Central.
Sorry, for Central. Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
For Central, you told me you was a junior.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This guy plays like a senior, but he told me he was a junior. So I'm going to have to do some research on that. Most improved player in East Tennessee at the quarterback position. Well known for his football IQ, accuracy under pressure, and ability to keep the offense calm in critical moments. How about that? You've been praised for you're a film room junkie. You like to watch film?
Yes, sir. I love watching film.
Likes watching film. How about that? A leader who prepares to be a college athlete. You want to play at the next level.
Yes, sir.
And has earned the respect for reading defenses and making mature decisions for your age, which, like I said, he plays like a senior, but he is a junior now, I know. So, question, when did you realize you had leadership ability to take control of the team as a quarterback?
I think ever since I was young, I've always been a quarterback. My dad's always pushed me to be the best man I can be. And I think it's just translated out onto the field very well.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that, and it shows. So what's one thing fans don't see and about what it takes to be a high school quarterback?
I just don't see the work everybody puts in all off season, man. We're always out there on the field. Me, Torrin, Stink, we're always out there running some routes, throwing the ball, just getting our chemistry up.
Yeah, absolutely. Walk me through your pregame mental routine. How do you get locked in?
First, I just go down there, sit in my locker, just chill some, and then we go eat our meal. Once we get a meal, I send our head coach's office, sit there, lock in, talk over some stuff. And then I like to go to my locker, sit in my locker, listen to music, not really talk to anybody. And then I go into our weight room and do my pregame warm-up.
Yeah. Do you ever take control of the aux?
No.
You don't have control of the aux?
That's Torrin McAfee's
That'll
job.
be Torrin McAfee. Okay, I love it. When did you realize, what's your toughest defense that you faced this year? And what made it difficult?
Toughest defense. I think Dolphins Bennett had a pretty good defense. They were well schemed up. First game of the year, so Ben Antsy was going through some progressions wrong. Just had to get all cleared up.
Yeah, first game of the season. Good warm-up game for you guys to progress and look where you are now. So that's pretty awesome. So what's a play call that always makes you smile when you hear it in the huddle?
I think I love just a good old quarterback run with a little screen on the outside.
You like to use your legs?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Are you confident to use your legs?
I say so. I'm pretty confident in it.
Yeah. So that means you're a dual-threat quarterback.
Yes, sir.
You can pass it. You can run it. Have you ever just ran over somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I have.
What was that feeling like?
Feels great. I mean, it's always good to just lower your shoulder and run through somebody.
Yeah. Now, was it a run-over tackle or run over and keep running?
Most time it's a tackle.
Yeah. But you run through them.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. All gas, no brakes. I love that. So what's one mistake from early in the season that has turned you into your biggest lesson of the year?
One mistake I think is watching the rush from the D-line and not looking at the defense. Like I try not to catch my eyes down on the D-line and more reading the defense.
Man, who's one defensive player you absolutely won't go hit in practice?
Won't go hit in practice. I think that man sitting right there is Seth Laws.
That's awesome, man. So what separates you from any other quarterback in East Tennessee?
I think just my ability to go make a play under pressure. I think I like to keep my heart calm, steady pace, and just ride the midline. Don't get too high, don't get too low.
Yeah. What's it like playing for Coach Lane?
It's awesome. I love him, man. We got him here last year. Just had a bit of a rough year last year. His first year, we had to get all the holes patched, and now we're riding pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely, and in a good spot heading to the quarterfinals, going against your biggest rival, Halls, the Black Oak Ridge. Are you born and raised in the area of Central?
Yes, sir. I've been waterboarding for Central since I was 7.
Really?
So yeah, I've been a part of this rivalry for a long time.
So the Black Oak Ridge rivalry means a lot more to you Because you've known it since like 7 years old or before?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, wow.
Yes,
So
sir.
did you play Little League ball at Central as well?
Yeah, I played for Central.
Huh. So I probably coached against you, and you was always the quarterback?
Yes, sir.
So at 9 and 10, you're a junior. You probably would have been 8, 9 at that time. I coached 9 and 10-year-olds, 9-year-olds in the Knoxville League when Oak Ridge got sent to Knoxville. And
Yeah.
we came against Central. Central was a hard team to beat. It wasn't easy. We did win, but it wasn't easy.
I hope it wasn't my team then.
I don't think it was. You probably would have. How old are you?
I'm now 16.
Yeah, you would have been on the 8U team at the time. Yeah, you would have been on the 8U team at the time. So, moving forward, skip the game. What is your future plans as a student athlete?
Future plans go to attend a D1 college, go be a student athlete there, get my scholarship down, and hopefully play ball at the next level.
Yeah. Well, I'm rooting for you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm definitely rooting for you. You got a great team, great coach, and a great community out there. So I'm definitely rooting for you. Now, you brought a couple guys with you. One of those guys is on the bench right now. Tell us who we have on the bench, and tell me a little story behind with the guy on the bench.
Seth Laws, he's a dog, man. I've known him for a while since I was a freshman. He's always been in there putting work in the weight room, blocking his tail off for me. I always feel safe when he's back up there blocking for me.
Love it. Let's take it to the bench. How you doing, Seth?
Good, sir. What about you?
I'm blessed, man. Thanks for joining the show, man. How was the trip here?
No, it was good. No traffic, can't complain.
Yeah, you can't complain when you're coming from Knoxville with no traffic, because that don't happen but maybe 2 hours in a day. It's terrible. So you guys are on the way to the quarterfinals.
Yes, sir.
What did you do to contribute for your team to get there?
Not being a selfish player, I'm a lineman, so I don't get recognized that much. But, me just being, unselfish and just putting the work behind the scenes that nobody sees, that's my biggest accomplishment for the team right now.
Absolutely. And then, now, do you go to the weight room? How seriously do you take that?
Oh, that's my weight room at Central. Like, if somebody's goofing around in there, I take action. But when I'm in there, it's my weight room.
Yeah. Now McAfee. Now Caden said McAfee has the aux. Do you ever get a chance to play your own music?
Actually, yes, we do. It's me and Torrin actually switch back and forth. When he's game day, we take turns playing songs. But in the weight room, when we split up with linemen and skills, I take the aux for the linemen.
Now, what is your genre? What do you like to hear?
Repeat that.
What's your favorite music?
Rap and trap music, hip hop, all that.
Yeah, okay.
All of that. Any kind of rapper.
Now, is that something that you do prior to the game?
Yes, that's my favorite thing. I'll never take my beats off. When I take my beats off, it's because Torrin had got the speaker and we're playing aux before the game.
Okay, now, can you dance?
No, I cannot. Far from it, matter of fact.
Seth, I was going to ask you your best dance move right here on the show, but are you prepared for that?
Yeah, sure.
We'll wait on that. Tell me what it's like playing for Coach Kevin Lane.
He's a great guy. It's somebody you want to play for. It's
Yeah.
somebody you want to go to work every day with. It's somebody you want to go to war with. He's always going to bring you up, but he'll get on your tail if you need to. He's just a great guy.
Yeah. So if there was something that you can get better at, what would it be?
Probably I would say I'm pretty versatile on the O-line, but I would just say practicing other O-line positions, because I'm always, if somebody goes down, I'm always the person to switch to that side or go to that position. But probably just practicing the different positions every day, because I could usually get stuck on the same position I play every day, which is left tackle. But practicing other positions is something I can get better at.
So playing left tackle is probably one of the most important positions on the field outside of the center and the quarterback.
Sir.
You have to have the mentality to do that. You're in the trenches, every play. What is your inspiration to take care of your quarterback?
First of all, he's my best friend and he's a great dude. But I take pride in not letting my quarterback get touched, because we can't do anything if that's the case. But it's my last year, so I take pride in making sure my season ends in Chattanooga. That's my goal, and I take a lot of pride in not letting Caden get touched.
Absolutely, as you should. Now, let me ask you a question.
Sir.
This is a big one. This is a tough one right here. Who is the best defensive line that you came up against?
I'm going to go with a very, usual answer that people probably say, and I'm going to go Pal, just because they're very, they're big, but they're very quick, and that's probably the only team that has both speed and size up front that I faced all year.
Yeah, Pal being a great team up front, especially on the defensive side. Was Iverson Garcia and another couple guys out there on the line. What did you do to make sure that you could protect your quarterback against one of a dominant defense like Pal?
I was very patient. When I get set and I take my kick steps and stuff like that, I'm just making sure I'm patient because their defensive ends were quick, and I just made sure I couldn't turn my shoulders, and stuff like that, and made sure that I kept them in front of me and my shoulders square. And yeah.
Love it. How important is school to you?
Very important. I mean, if I don't do good in school, then I can't play. And usually doing good in the schoolhouse, translates to playing good on the field. And, you got to do everything with intention and stuff like that. But, yeah.
The word intention was powerful because that is definitely right. You have to be intent in what you do. You have to show intention. Do you currently know your GPA right now?
Yes, I have a 3.6 GPA.
Nice. Now, do you plan to play collegiate ball?
Yeah, I'm still trying. I got a couple. I got a D3 offer, but
Good.
My goal is to just. I'm focusing on the season right now. I haven't been focused on really anything else. I've put all my work and all my time into school and into football right now. I haven't really looked anywhere, but I'm hoping that I can talk to some people after the year. Yeah.
If there was something you can tell your fans to assure they come out and support you, what would that be?
You're going to get everything out of the people sitting in this room and our team, and we're going to be locked in, and we're going to be the most hype we have all year, and, you're not going to get anything less than our best.
And if you had to encourage a student athlete that looks up to you and your position, what would you tell them?
I would say, don't let time fly by you. Take all the time you have and put it into what you're doing, and try not to focus on things outside of school and football. I mean, it's fun, but you don't get to do this for that long. And take everything, take the time and enjoy it.
Absolutely, and I'm going to add one to that. There's 24 hours in a day.
Sir.
But you only get 24 hours for 1 second.
Yes, sir.
So make sure you make the best of your time. Guys, we've got to take a small commercial break, but we'll be right back. Hold tight.
Everywhere you look, you can find unexpected things that make you smile. Little reminders to care for your heart. At Covenant Health, we bring more heart to more places. That means more locations, advanced treatments, and expert physicians. Because we know your heart beats for more than just you. It beats for the people, moments, and dreams that matter most. More heart in more places for you. Covenant Health. Let our strength be yours.
Commercial Metals Company is still a locally operated company that's serving the people of East Tennessee with convenient hours of operation. Commercial Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing is too big or too small. Still have that old clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Commercial Metals are specialists in commercial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Commercial Metals encourages you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. Member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Commercial Metals Company. Turn that scrap into cash.
Josh Anderson is a Republican who has fought for families across Anderson County throughout his adult life. Josh is a farmer, a husband, and a father. For 4 generations, his family has lived in Anderson County. A graduate of the University of Tennessee, Josh has served on the Anderson County Commission for 7 years and served as chairman for 3 years. Josh is a businessman who will put his experience to work for all of us. A supporter of term limits, Josh believes 2 terms as mayor is enough. Josh Anderson believes leadership starts with listening.
Hey, East Tennessee, ready to save big? It's all at Hammer's Dry Goods. For over 70 years, we've been your hometown store for famous brand men's and ladies' clothing at rock-bottom prices. Need rugged workwear? Sharp casual looks? Ladies' game day gear? We've got it all, and it's priced to move. And when you shop Hammer's, you keep your money local, supporting our schools, our students, and our community. Hammer's Dry Goods. Tradition, value, hometown pride, and savings you can feel. Get to Hammer's today.
The free medical clinic provides primary care at no cost to the working poor. Every day, thousands of families live in fear, afraid to get sick or injured because they have no insurance and low income. But FMC removes that fear. We help people get back to work, back to school, and back on their feet, keeping our families healthy and our economy moving forward.
Especially for our rural and minority neighbors.
With a full suite of services, top-tier medical professionals, FMC is redefining what healthcare looks like for the underserved.
For more information, go to fmcor.org.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, you got to get the last part this time. You ready?
I got you.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
That's a shower voice, guys. Welcome back to Exigent Sports. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Go ahead and make someone aware. Please share. Right here, right now, Caden Long still back on set for you. I got some more tough questions for you, man. Let me know if you're ready.
I'm ready.
What do you think your leadership style is? Vocal, emotional, strategic, or something else?
I think my leadership style is vocal and just like showing.
Yeah.
Like demonstration.
Lead by example.
Yeah.
And you speak.
Yes, sir. I like being vocal in the locker room, make sure people aren't messing around, and I like just showing what to do on the field.
What's your best play?
My best play? What do you mean?
Your next play. Your best play is always your next play.
Yes, sir.
All right? Your
Got
best
you.
play is always your next play. So how do you handle pressure when the whole stadium is watching you with the game on the line?
I just don't think about any of that. I just think about keeping my heart rate slow. Just don't worry about it. Don't let the pressure get to me. It's just a game of football.
If you can describe the identity of Central Team in one word, what would it be?
Underdogs.
Underdogs?
Yes, sir.
You're not the underdogs.
I don't think anybody really believed us at the beginning of the season, and we tried to show what we were made of.
So you believed in you.
Yes, sir.
And the whole team came and believed in themselves. And you are where you are now.
Yes, sir.
I like that. If it was another word, what would it be?
I think just gritty.
I like grit. There's nothing like grit. What legacy do you want to leave behind at Central?
I want to leave some back-to-back state championships. I want to leave this year and next year.
Yeah.
Back-to-back.
Now, you back-to-back, you're doing great now. One game at a time. Get to Chattanooga. Do you have a lot of seniors graduating this year?
Yes, sir, we do. We have a good amount of offense and defense, but I feel like we have some young guys who will be able to step up.
Mm-hmm. So what's one message you give the younger players that do look up to you?
Put in the work in the offseason. Don't be scared to reach out. I'll always be on the field with you. We can go get in the weight room together. It doesn't matter what it is. We can go get work together.
So how important is the weight room to you?
Oh, it's important, man. I'm trying to get up to 200 pounds this offseason. I'm being there all the time. I'm being there and just speed training the whole time and get my arm angle right.
Now, does it take someone else to motivate you to get out and work in the off season, or is that something that you just have implanted in your head you're going to work?
I think I have it implanted in my head just from my mom and dad just always telling me to go out there. I think just from youth age, they're always yelling at me to go out to the field, always out in the yard throwing my dad. Mm-hmm. So I think they just put that just trait in me.
Yeah. I love that. It takes the work in the off season. Now, I know you talked about you want to bridge the gap and make it to the next level, the collegiate level, hopefully D1 level. If you had to pick a team, any team in the whole wide NCAA, who would it be?
I think it has to be probably the Miami Hurricanes.
Yeah, tell me why.
I just love being down in Florida. I think a great program going on down there. Mm-hmm. It'd just be nice to be down there. Yeah,
and the green and orange, they have a great program, and they're getting better. And it seems like they was going to win last year, and then they just fell off the pole. How are they doing right now?
I think they're just right in the middle. They got Carson Beck down there doing his thing.
Yep. He stayed for all that money.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
What do you think about the NIL and transfer portal at the high school level?
At the high school level, I think it's good to an extent. I think it doesn't need to be overused, but I think it could help out some. Yeah. When you say it doesn't need to be overused, what does that mean? How can someone understand what that means? I just think the teams with the most money don't need to just be going around asking, getting everybody just because they have the most money. Yeah, the richer get richer. Yeah. That's the life of the world. Yep. Life of the world. Get richer. So the transfer portal is also active
at the collegiate level? If you don't get where you want to go, would you utilize the transfer portal to get where you want to go?
Yes, sir. I think the transfer portal right now is just making high school sports to get into college harder. So I think now it's just you have to just start low and then get your way up. I think most college coaches now are just barely recruiting high schoolers, just looking at the transfer portal first. Yeah, absolutely. If you can tell your fans anything to assure that they come out and support you, what would that be? Be out there in red and black. We're gonna be doing our thing. We gotta have the fans behind us. We know they're gonna be there. Yeah, travel well. So you also have another teammate here with you. He's over there on the bench. Tell us who he is and give me a small backstory on that young man. That's Torrin McAfee. I mean, he's starter since day one, freshman year. Wow. Freshman year is actually his first year ever playing football. And he came out there and started and did his thing and just showed out. Oh, wow. Let's take it to the bench. How you doing, Torrin?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm blessed, man. Thank you for coming out. So I just found out intriguing fact that you started football as a freshman?
Yes, sir.
First time ever playing?
Yes, sir.
You played backyard football, right?
I played basketball and ran track. That was it.
What in the world made you say I want to play football?
I always wanted to play when I was younger, but my mom never let me. And once we got to high school, I was like, Mom, you got to let me eventually. And she was like, go ahead. And at the time, it was Coach Craney asked me to come play, and I just came and played, and it all worked out.
And as a freshman, you was a starting running back?
I was a starting safety my freshman year.
Okay.
I got all regions my freshman year, and I had 5 picks, and it was great.
Wow, man, wow. What side of the ball would you prefer to play?
In college or just in general?
At Central right now. Offense or defense?
Defense is where I started at, so I'll say defense just because it's like my baby.
So I've read that you've been described as the engine for Central. Yes. A powerful north-south runner, right? Humble, quiet, and extremely hard-working, and leads by example. Coaches say one of the most reliable players on the entire team. Yes, would you agree with some of those facts?
Yes, sir. Just, learning all the concepts on offense and defense and knowing everybody's supposed to be. And if somebody goes down, I can take their spot and just be wherever somebody needs to be or be where I need to be. Just knowing the whole playbook on both sides of the ball just makes it easy.
Yeah. So what's the first thing you read when you get the ball in your hand?
Seeing if I can just get outside and use my speed, or if I need to make a move, make somebody miss, or if I'm say I'm cornered, just run through and send a statement that I'm not scared of you.
Yeah, I love that. So who is the toughest defensive player you've ran into?
Just this season?
Yeah. Or just period.
Ooh.
Someone you remember on defense, gave you a hard time.
I say Jarrell Jimerson from Oak Ridge.
I coached that kid all his life. That's pretty cool. What's one thing people misunderstand about you playing running back?
I play receiver. I don't play running back.
I'm sorry, receiver.
People just think I'm a deep threat, but I can do a little bit of everything. I don't just got to run deep balls. I can catch short stuff and take it to the house, or catch intermediate routes and make somebody miss and go score. People just think that emotion isn't always a bad thing. It's just passion.
Yeah. So, how fast are you? Have you run a 40?
I run a 4.51 right now, but that was early in the season. I'll probably be a little bit faster now.
Okay, all right. And do you have any ambitions to play at the next level?
Yes, sir. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to go right now.
Have you had any offers?
Yes, sir. I have a couple D2 offers.
That's good. That's good. If you had to pick one today, could you?
No, sir. My mind hasn't been on picking college right now. I know I'm assigned in December, but right now I'm focused on football and going to get gold ball.
I like it. I agree with you. So, what drives your work ethic?
Really just people saying that, I don't weigh enough or I'm too small or this or that, and just trying to prove everybody wrong that, you don't got to be 185 or 200 pounds to be a dog on the field. You have that mentality, you can do what you got to do.
Absolutely. 80% mental, 20% skill. And you have speed with it. When speed you can't coach. How would you describe your bond between Caden here and you?
It's just something you can't really teach. You got to work on it. Early in January, we're running routes together. Even during basketball season, we're still running routes together on the field. Track season, we're still running routes on the field, just all the time, working those benders, those vertical choices, just trying to get that connection. So now in the season, it's seamless, it's easy.
Absolutely. And have you broke any records yet? If there isn't any, is there one that you want to break?
I've broken a few records. I've broken the records for most yards in a single game in Central. I'm second all-time for career interceptions at Central, and I want to be first for that same record, most interceptions in a career.
Wow. That's pretty impressive, man. You got an impressive stat line, and you continue to go. What would you tell your fans out there to assure that they come out and support?
Make sure you wear black, make sure you're loud, and make sure they can get a play call in. At least 3 delayed games, and we'll be happy.
I love it. I love it. And there's a young student athlete right now that's looking up to you.
Yes, sir.
What inspiration would you give that young student athlete?
I'll probably tell them just stay the course. You know, you might not see the success you want early on, but if you keep working and do what you got to do and take care of what you need to take care of, it'll all work out in the end.
Well, you speak well. Are you planning on doing any communications? I'm sure Mark Packer will hire you. You speak well.
That was a dream of mine. Is also when I'm done playing football, is do commentary or something like that. So, yes, sir.
So, when you go to college, what do you plan on taking as your major?
Either sports management or nutrition.
All right, well, they have communications too.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, and that's one thing. Do you have any ambitions or goals to play at the professional level?
Opportunity presents itself, yes. I'm just gonna stay the course and let God take the course for me.
Amen. I love it. So this is something I want to tell all of you. Seth over there, Torn, Caden. I've talked to many college coaches, former NFL players. And one thing about making it to the professionals, to the league, is there's more jobs than a player. So if you want to be a professional, never count out the opportunity to be something else. You could be a coach. You could be a trainer. Under one roof, they have lawyers, they have doctors, they have all these different jobs, field maintenance, laundry, everything. Every job that you see out here under one roof, you can do. So never count out your opportunity to being a professional at the professional level, not just being a player, okay? Don't forget that.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Yes, sir.
And the last thing, always reach for the moon, because even if you fall short, you'll still be amongst the stars. Don't forget that.
Yes, sir.
All right, don't forget that. Guys, thank you so much for coming in. Hey, we got to take another small commercial break. We got Mark Packer coming on, Coach Brent Hughes coming on when we get back.
Feeling overwhelmed with your business finances? At P&L Business Services, we handle all your bookkeeping, payroll, and tax needs. From federal tax returns to QuickBooks training, we've got you covered. With over 25 years of experience, we provide customized packages to fit your business. Focus on what you love most, building your business. Let us take care of the rest. Call 865-294-4792. P&L Business Services, empowering you to grow your business.
Hey, East Tennessee, ready to save big? It's all at Hammer's Dry Goods. For over 70 years, we've been your hometown store for famous brand men's and ladies' clothing at rock-bottom prices. Need rugged workwear? Sharp casual looks? Ladies' game day gear? We've got it all, and it's priced to move. And when you shop Hammer's, you keep your money local, supporting our schools, our students, and our community. Hammer's Dry Goods. Tradition, value, hometown pride, and savings you can feel. Get to Hammer's today.
Hi, I'm Rick Scarborough, State Representative. Friday nights are special in Anderson County. Football under the lights, warm weather, cool nights, and some intense rivalries. I want to congratulate the student athletes, the cheerleaders, the band, the teachers, the coaches. You've worked incredibly hard. Go out there, compete hard, and enjoy it. There's nothing like high school football.
Bring the whole family together at the free medical clinic holiday ice rink at Roane State Community College Harriman campus all of November. Glide on synthetic ice with family and friends, or go skating for the first time and create joyful memories for all ages. Leading up to the Roane State Christmas tree lighting on November 17th, where everyone skates for free.
See you on the ice. Bye.
For more information, go to fmcor.org, fmcor.org.
Commercial Metals Company is still a locally operated company that's serving the people of East Tennessee with convenient hours of operation. Commercial Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing is too big or too small. Still have that old clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Commercial Metals are specialists in commercial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Commercial Metals encourages you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. Member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Commercial Metals Company. Turn that scrap into cash.
Everywhere you look, you can find unexpected things that make you smile. Little reminders to care for your heart. At Covenant Health, we bring more heart to more places. That means more locations, advanced treatments, and expert physicians. Because we know your heart beats for more than just you. It beats for the people, moments, and dreams that matter most. More heart in more places for you. Covenant Health. Let our strength be yours.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Man, Mark Packer can sing. How about that? I should have known that.
It's the only thing I can do well.
That was a really good voice. So you sing at church?
I have sung at church. It's been a while. When I was in high school in Texas, I was the backup quarterback. I was the backup point guard. I was the backup everything. But the only thing that I got was I was all district, all area, all region, first chair, first tenor in the Dallas-Fort Worth area in Texas.
Yeah, okay.
And then whenever I got to the level right before All-State, I quit on purpose because I got tired of my mom making me practice all the time. So I went in there and I was, oh, and my director was one of them, one of the judges, and she looked up at me and she just went, because she knew I blew it on purpose.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm tired of being told go practice.
Right.
I don't want to do it anymore, so I just blew it.
Wow, God.
It's one of the greatest regrets I ever have is that I didn't see how far I could go.
Well, obviously you have a voice, and we all have regrets, but as of right now, I have a backstory that you're the most influential voice of East Tennessee right now.
Okay, hang on. Where do you get your research from? Do you make this up? Or where did you get this from?
Can't tell you. Brad Jones.
Okay, there we go. Credibility on a stick. Keep rolling then.
Founded Rivalry Thursday and now the premier high school football broadcast platform in the region.
I'll give you that.
Okay, all right. We're good on that. Known for elevating exposure for small-town athletes and making football feel like Friday Night Lights at a national level. Don't give it to me. I will give it to you. I watch you. And
keep rolling.
I'm one of those who observe. I like to sit back and watch. And what I've done, Mark, over the past few weeks this year is I've watched you through the broadcast. And then I go watch college football. And I go watch NFL football. And it was one point I asked attorney Tim Elrod, why doesn't he take it to the next level? And his reply was he is at the next level. He's happy where he is. You do a great job.
No, I appreciate that. That's way too kind of you. I think that a while back, my wife and I talked about it and just said, when are you just happy? When are you just happy in life? When are you content in life? When are you just, and I know a lot of people who have pushed the envelope. I've got great friends who've pushed the envelope to go to higher levels. I don't know if I'd ever be good enough to do that, but I've never tried because God's got me right where He wants me to be. Yeah. I'm happy. I always say, "What's your legacy when you're gone? What do they say about you when they put you in the ground?" And I'm content that my wife and my girls say, there's a Christian husband and father who tried to make a difference in the community.
Yeah.
I have a ball with what I do. There's a lot of people that live for University of Tennessee athletics. Give me a great high school football game.
Yeah.
Give me that Alcoa Anderson County game.
Yes. Wow.
Where we were this close to beating the World Series in the ratings.
Wow.
The Grace Sevier County game, we were #1 show on TV with Brad Jones over here doing the beatbox.
DJing.
He's over here doing his thing. I'm doing the audio board. We're producing together. And we get to the end of the night and we go, how did we do that?
Right.
That's when it was fun.
Right. Well, let me ask you. You've seen more high school football than most people. You've seen a lot of. What makes Central and Hall so special?
What's funny is that my wife and I were talking the other day about what is it that we do as a business. Mm-hmm. Well, what is it that we do? What have we done this is our 17th year. Do we do high school football or do we do community events? And, I've always told the people who end up spending their dollars with us to sponsor what we do, to be a part of what we do. And I always say to them, look, if you want GRPs, which are gross rating points, go talk to the TV station and talk to the salespeople. Right. But if you want community, if you want communities coming together and you want it done professionally and you want to be a part of something that is community, that is straight from the heart, right. As I've always said, WBI, whether I was at BIR or not, I would always say it's kind of the straight from the heart mentality. Mm-hmm. When Halls and Central come together, these kids have a window about that big. Right. Okay, high school football is becoming bigger business. College is big business, and the NFL has always been business. Absolutely. But with high school football, how many guys get to our age and then remember those high school days? And those are the greatest memories, whether it's football, whether it's basketball, whether it's cheerleading, whether it's dance. I mean, these are the days that you remember for the rest of your life. Yes. I remember a high school football game as a senior in high school in the Dallas-Fort Worth area at Hurst L.D. Bell High School, playing Plano High School at Texas Stadium where the Cowboys used to play. 40,000 people in the stands. Wow. I'm calling the game on TV as a high school senior because at this point I figured out I wasn't going to play, so I went to the broadcast booth. And I remember, here we are, the game tied at 21, last second of the game, and they bring the marker out. Did we get a first down or did we not? Referee pulls a credit card out of his pocket and goes in like this and says, didn't get it, first down, Plano, season's over, game's over. And that's what you remember. Those are those times you remember. We get to spend the rest of our lives working for a living. Right. That's right. Okay? We get to sit out here in BBB TV 12. We get to be, is it Exigent Sports? Exigent Sports. Exigent Sports, Rivalry Thursday, whatever it is. We get to do this the rest of our lives. Right. We get to try to make everybody happy. But that window of community of high school football just doesn't last very long. Absolutely. Absolutely right. So I have Coach Hughes, Brent Hughes, on the line. What is a coaching style to you of Brent Hughes? What does he remind you of? Just class. Yeah. And that's the thing that what I love is I love the fact that we have great men in key positions who are teaching young men how to be husbands and fathers. That's right. Look, the Brent and Kevin both want to win this game on Friday. Right. Don't misunderstand. They want to win this game very badly. Right. But years down the road, when these guys have gone off and they come back and say, hey, Coach, I want you to meet my wife. I want you to meet my kids. Right. That's when a coach kind of does the Barney Fife. That's right. And sticks his chest out and his shoulders back. That's when he's made a difference. Yeah. And Brent's going to laugh at this. The image of Brent Hughes that I have in mind is he and his little girl at Sargooni's miniature golf course. Okay. Over on Kingston Pike. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. And it was just one-on-one. It was Brent and this little girl. He didn't care about coaching. He was just being dad. Absolutely. And I don't remember if he was in front of us, behind us. I think he was in front of us, and we tried to play through, and he said no. But anyway, it was just quality, man. These two guys are really good men. Yeah. Well, let's get them on the line here. Coach Brent Hughes, how you doing, sir?
What's up, baby?
Hey, tell me something slick so I can slide.
Let's see. How about,
Dude, if it took you this long, you don't have anything.
Let me think. How about go Red Devils?
Oh, there we go. That's the way you slide that in. I like that. Coach, welcome to the show. Thank you for taking the time to join us. Mark Packer here along with me, just to interview you. And at this point, this is where I take a seat or exit the building because Mark Packer's here. So, Packer, let's lead off the questions for Mr. Brent Hughes today.
Brent, I'll say this. The last time you played Central, and obviously 38-35, one of the best games we've ever had on Rivalry Thursday, outside of the ending of it, what do you remember about that game, and what did you learn from that game that should help you Friday?
Well, it's good to talk to you, Mark. I didn't know I was going to get on the big time tonight.
No, not big time for sure.
No, I remember two communities showing up to support high school kids. The Battle of Black Oak Ridge. Yeah, if you remember, Mark, I think even Kevin said it too. Like, this is what high school football is all about. And as a coach, you just want the best experience for your kids, and you just want to give your community something to be proud of. And what I learned from that game was, when we came up short and lost, that it hurt. And but also what I learned about my football team is you look at the way the season started. People maybe put pressure or projected something of our team, and you start off 0-3, and you're like, oh well, this Halls thought they were going to be good, now they're not. Maybe they can find a way to make the playoffs. Who knows? Probably not going to be them. But my kids don't blink, and that's part of because it's who they are, ingrained. They're a resilient bunch. They're not perfect. They don't always play perfect. But I truly believe if you believe in kids and you show up every day and you let them know that you love them and you don't ever let that belief stray, then I think you're going to get a bunch that grows and finally comes together. And right now we're playing our best football when it counts. So hopefully we can continue to do that.
DJ, here's what's funny is the conversation that we're having right now with Brent is the same conversation he and I had after they started 0-3, because we kind of invested in Halls.
Right.
In the sense of we looked at the teams around and said, hey, there's a team that we think could have a great year. We have them 3 times.
Right.
They went 0-3 on TV.
Yeah.
Okay, so had this game been at Halls, Brent wouldn't have answered my phone call.
Yeah, Austin's already made sure to remind me that I could be the first team in
ignore him.
On Rivalry Thursday to go 0-4 in the season.
Ignore him. Don't take his phone calls, Austin Price.
I'll tell you what, Coach. What do you do to help bridge the gap for these student athletes from high school to college?
Yeah, I think it's transparency, right? The thing that's happened that I'm very proud of since I've been at Halls, whether it be with a defensive coordinator under Coach Cummings or the head coach, is like get kids and kids playing at a high level, but we have good caliber players that go on to play at the next level, and we have all-state players. Since I've been a head coach, I've had 7 all-state football players. As an assistant, there was an additional 2. And we've also had a Mr. Football while I've been a head coach. And so I think, one, you just got to have talent, but 2, when you're talking about bridging the gap from high school to college, it's transparency. Like, don't tell these kids, what all these other people tell them, what mommies and daddies tell them, like how awesome they are. Be honest with them.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you're great. You're great for us. But guess what? Reality hits when you go to college, like, you're not Knoxville anymore. You're not competing against the Gibbs and the Centrals and the Powells. You're competing against the Georgias, the Floridas, the Texas, North Carolinas, Kentuckys, wherever it may be. The higher level ball you go, the more extreme it is. And so if you want something bad enough, you have to create working habits. You have to create a discipline to want to be great, because everybody's got a skill set. The kids that make it are the ones that refuse to lose and do everything it takes to stay in it. Just because you get a scholarship offer, just because you sign a piece of paper, don't mean you made it.
I appreciate that, Coach.
Making it is showing up every day, even when you don't want to, and finding a way.
Yeah. Love that, Coach, man. And I love to carry on longer. We're at a time that we got to pay the bills. Thank you for joining the show, though. Hang tight. We'll talk to you a little bit through the commercial. Guys, go ahead and make someone aware. Please share. We got to take a small commercial break, but hang tight. We'll be right back.
Everywhere you look, you can find unexpected things that make you smile. Little reminders to care for your heart. At Covenant Health, we bring more heart to more places. That means more locations, advanced treatments, and expert physicians. Because we know your heart beats for more than just you. It beats for the people, moments, and dreams that matter most. more heart in more places for you. Covenant Health. Let our strength be yours.
Commercial Metals Company is still a locally operated company that's serving the people of East Tennessee with convenient hours of operation. Commercial Metals buys all types of scrap metal. Nothing is too big or too small. Still have that old clunker sitting around? We've been buying them for years. Commercial Metals are specialists in commercial scrap. We have what it takes to get any size job done. Commercial Metals encourages you to recycle responsibly. Scrap with only licensed dealers. Member of the TSRA and the ISRI. Commercial Metals Company. Turn that scrap into cash.
Josh Anderson is a Republican who has fought for families across Anderson County throughout his adult life. Josh is a farmer, a husband, and a father. For 4 generations, his family has lived in Anderson County. A graduate of the University of Tennessee, Josh has served on the Anderson County Commission for 7 years and served as chairman for 3 years. Josh is a businessman who will put his experience to work for all of us. A supporter of term limits, Josh believes 2 terms as mayor is enough. Josh Anderson believes leadership starts with listening.
Hey, East Tennessee, ready to save big? It's all at Hammer's Dry Goods. For over 70 years, we've been your hometown store for famous brand men's and ladies' clothing at rock-bottom prices. Need rugged workwear? Sharp casual looks? Ladies' game day gear? We've got it all, and it's priced to move. And when you shop Hammer's, you keep your money local, supporting our schools, our students, and our community. Hammer's Dry Goods. Tradition, value, hometown pride, and savings you can feel. Get to Hammer's today.
The Free Medical Clinic provides primary care at no cost to the working poor. Every day, thousands of families live in fear, afraid to get sick or injured because they have no insurance and low income. But FMC removes that fear. We help people get back to work, back to school, and back on their feet, keeping our families healthy and our economy moving forward.
Especially for our rural and minority neighbors.
With a full suite of services, top-tier medical professionals, FMC is redefining what healthcare looks like for the underserved.
For more information, go to fmcor.org.
Feeling overwhelmed with your business finances? At P&L Business Services, we handle all your bookkeeping, payroll, and tax needs. From federal tax returns to QuickBooks training, we've got you covered. With over 25 years of experience, we provide customized packages to fit your business. Focus on what you love most, building your business. Let us take care of the rest. Call 865-294-4792. P&L Business Services, empowering you to grow your business.
Welcome back. I almost said the Robbery Thursday. Welcome back to Exigent Sports. Mark Packer.
That is, I'll be on a Friday and I go, welcome back to Robbery Thursday. Friday.
So how is that transition from not just Thursdays, now you have Friday games?
It wore me out. You know, I was used to for 16 years doing just Thursdays. Mm-hmm. And then Friday mornings, you know, was my morning to just kind of relax and, you know, go put my signs back in storage and, you know, have Fridays with my wife. And then all of a sudden you wake up every week on Friday morning and you're like, I got another game tonight. And, but it turned out great. You know, I call it the greatest achievement in broadcast history, to go from where we started on our first broadcast for Anderson County Powell to where we ended up. And I give Brad Jones all of the credit. And he worked hard, and I learned how to run an audio board. And while I was doing the broadcast, while I was producing, you know, doing audio board, turning up the referee, talking to Brad, and we made television history. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's the moment you realized your broadcasting career that you realized Robbery Thursday was becoming something huge?
Year 2. Year 1, we hung on for dear life. I cried in the parking lot on the first broadcast. Hired a production unit that could not do a broadcast. I cried again this year on the Powell-Anderson County game, but another story for another day. Brad's laughing over in the corner. We were doing Oneida and Gatlinburg-Pittman, and I had invested so much in doing this, and it funny story, the broadcast was just not going to get off the air.
Right.
It was so bad. We were glitching, we were going in and out, and I went out the parking lot because we had a stoppage, and I was crying on the phone. I called my wife and my mother-in-law, and I'm like, oh, this is just the worst night of my life. I can't believe I'm embarrassed. And my mother-in-law prayed, you know, for God to take care of me. And a bolt of lightning hit. I swear, a bolt of lightning hit. And when a bolt of lightning hits, it's a 30-minute delay after every bolt of lightning.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was able to tell everybody we got knocked off the air. We never went back on.
Right.
I fired the production company that night. I hired another production company the next morning. And then we were at Loudon, Lenore City, Battle of the Bridge the next week.
Wow.
So year 2, we do Maryville, Alcoa. And Maryville and Alcoa go back and forth, and Alcoa wins 35-31. And the next day, I'm in Cookeville, Tennessee Tech, and we're moving our oldest daughter into Tennessee Tech. And the general manager, news director, and general sales manager all called me and said, "Are you sitting down?" And I said, "Yeah, what's up?" He said, "You did a 12 rating last night."
Wow.
You did a 12 rating on Maryville, Alcoa. You were number one show, beat all of the major networks combined with high school football. ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox took all of them together, and we beat them with that one high school football game.
Wow.
And so when we did that, I kind of got off the phone and I said, "I think we're onto something."
Definitely
I think we're onto something. And 17 years later, we do community events, and God has blessed us richly with what we've been able to do.
Amen. So tell me, what's the hardest part of running the broadcast empire that people don't see?
What's the hardest part?
Mm-hmm.
I think all the work that goes into from the last game of the season to the first game of the season. I always say that when we get to 7 o'clock for the season opener, I finally get to have fun. Because, here in a few weeks when we're done with the Rivalry Showcase All-Star Game, which will be at CAK, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
We've moved it to CAK for thank you to Chad Speck and the good people over there. Saturday night, December 13th at 7 o'clock.
Good.
But when I get done with the year, then I have to go back to all the sponsors. Okay, and I have to, hey, would you like to continue to be a part of what it is that we're doing? I mean, my broadcast cost me about $10,000 a game.
A game.
$10,000 a game. By the time I have all the people for the Thursday games, Friday nights have been cheaper because we've had a smaller setup.
It won't be the same way next year.
I don't know what next year will be. I'm just trying to get through the next 3 weeks.
Right.
And I say that with all due respect. We've had an incredible year, but I don't know what next year will bring. There's a television station situation where Nexstar's buying Tegna, and that's a whole other story for a whole other day. But from that time to the next year, and then figuring out what do I have, who's with me, and who wants to continue to support this. Exterior Home Solutions is right there on your desk.
Yeah.
There's one of our great partners, and they support what we do. We can't do this paying for it out of a Packer family kitty.
Right.
Ain't enough money in there.
Right.
So I got to have those people that support what we do, the Food Cities and the OEB Laws, and the Covenant Healths. And Exterior Home Solutions and Ted Russell Fords and all those people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to be Ricky Bobby and be the Wonder Bread car, but we can't do what we do without those people who support community.
Well, that's strong. That's powerful. What's one athlete or story that changed you as a broadcaster?
Athlete or story? Good grief. Who's the best athlete I've ever had on?
You can make up whatever you want, but that's the question I asked you.
It's not the question that you asked me. Golly bum, that's a good question, DJ. That's why you don't fire yourself. It's kind of like every year the season starts and I see people on social media go, when are they going to fire Mark Packer? And I said, when Mark Packer fires Mark Packer.
That's right.
I mean, T. Higgins was probably the best athlete we ever saw out there on the field.
Mm-hmm.
I think Harrison Smith was awfully close.
Okay, yeah.
When Harrison Smith was at Catholic, and we were doing CSS games, Comcast Sports Southeast. See, we started doing high school football in 2000, and a lot of people don't remember. I was doing play-by-play for those games while I was sports director at WBIR. And so I would do the 6 o'clock show live, then I would go do the play-by-play, then go back to studio and do the blitz.
Right.
And Harrison Smith was a one-man wrecking crew for Catholic.
Yeah, he was a bad boy.
And Catholic and Fulton were going back and forth. Those CAK teams that had Charlie Hyde quarterback and Josh Smith and Davis Howell, son of Todd Howell, meteorologist at WBIR.
Yeah.
Murkison, the wide receiver. They had the triplets. Rusty Bradley was the head coach. Those were some great teams. The night that we had Maryville and Fulton on, I think Fulton was riding a 47-game winning streak, and Maryville was like 70-game winning streak or something stupid like that when GQ was there.
Wow.
I mean, we've had some fun nights over the years.
Wow. So How's high school media changed since you first started?
Technology.
Yeah.
Just technology. I mean, when we started doing it, I always laugh about the way that I started television in Midland, Odessa, and West Texas. The movie Friday Night Lights, my wife went to Odessa Permian, and there's a 5-minute cue, by the way. And we would use 3/4-inch tape. You go out to a game and you've got a 3/4-inch deck off one shoulder, and you've got this umbilical cord from the 3/4-inch deck up to your camera, and you've got a light belt around your waist,
right? And
you got a light on top just in case you happen to run into somebody.
Right.
So you got 50, 60 pounds worth of equipment. I was skinnier back then, better shape.
Right.
But the technology, when we started Rivalry Thursday, we were SD. The equipment was this big. And our general manager, Chris Baker at WVLT, said, we need to do this thing called HD.
Yeah.
I'm like, how in the world am I going to afford HD?
Right.
And then the HD equipment is this big.
Right.
And then now you're in a situation where you're doing shows like this in a warehouse, wherever we are.
Right.
WBIR just brought me in yesterday to show me a new digital studio that they've built. They spent $20,000 on this digital studio. They got 7 cameras. They got lights. You're switching it right there. You've got all the video you want. You're doing all the audio. You change the graphics behind you. And 7 cameras.
Wow.
So the technology of what it is that we're doing, Brad Jones is over here on Rivalry Friday, doing a broadcast over in a corner with 2 screens.
Yeah.
My wife kind of looked in one time. She goes, "You're doing it with that?" Like that's where we are.
Yeah.
So it's amazing now.
Yeah, absolutely. So what keeps you motivated?
The next game.
You're in and you're out.
Yeah, I mean, from me, I live for that Central Halls game that was 38-35. I live for that Grace Sevier County game that comes to the last minute. I live for that Greenville Sevier County game that goes to overtime. That game last year, Sevier. Why is it Sevier County's in every one of these? Sevier County and West a year ago in the quarterfinals in double overtime.
Right.
Okay. If Friday night, if we have the Battle of Black Oak Ridge and we've got Halls and Central, and they do the game they did the last time.
Yes.
Okay. Understand, I'm living my dream.
Yes.
I'm living my dream when I do that, because that means more to me than any college game or anything. I just live for. I'm coming from West Texas, where we'd have 25,000 crammed into a stadium that holds 21,000.
Yeah.
At Ratliff Stadium, where Friday Night Lights was based out of.
Right.
And you've got Odessa Permian and Midland Lee. That's my charge.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. Well, let's fast forward. We probably got a couple minutes here. I do want to
don't fast forward too far. I'm 56 now. I'm sorry.
I do want to talk about the Rivalry Showcase that you have coming up.
Yeah.
The Rivalry brand is obviously expanded from Thursday to Friday. Always been a Rivalry Showcase. Tell us a little bit about it. I know you said it was going to be at CAK.
This is our 5th year. It's our 5th year.
Okay.
First off, I'll say thank you once again, Ricky Bobby, 2 minutes, is that Bacon and Company provides all our jerseys for all the kids, which is incredible.
Yes. They're nice, by the way, too.
They're incredible.
Yeah,
they're
really
great.
good.
I can't thank
Really
Bacon and Company for that. Austin Price said from the beginning of this game that the key to this game was the quarterback position for Knoxville.
Yeah.
And the reason is because there's 17 schools in Knoxville, and there's 40-something East Tennessee schools.
Yeah.
And so Spencer Riley, Jefferson County's head coach for East Tennessee. Brad Turner from Gibbs is for Knoxville. Look at the quarterback position for Knoxville this year. Amari Lethco and Deuce Rogers. Okay, those are the 2 quarterbacks for Knoxville this year, so they're pretty set there.
Right.
Probably actually a little bit stronger this year than East Tennessee is, maybe for the first time.
Right.
East Tennessee has drilled Knoxville the last 2 years.
Yes, they have.
And, I think it means a lot to the coaches. They take it seriously. They love the opportunity to fellowship together. Got a lot of great athletes in this game, and a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. What are some emerging underdog players that the fans should keep their eye on?
Oh, goodness gracious. Not underdog. I mean, Caden Long. I mean, the quarterback from Central.
Yeah.
Here's a kid that a year ago. Here's what's funny is if Central were to win this game and did the semifinal next week, Sevier County won their game. If Central and Sevier County were to play in the semifinal next year, what a difference it would be. Very likely, mostly because of the quarterback position for Central. Last year, we did it as a first-round playoff game. It was 4-6 Central against undefeated Sevier County.
Yeah.
Now, all of a sudden, you come together in the semifinals, and they're both really, really good. That just shows how far Kevin Lane's brought this program to where they are. Out of time.
Yeah, good. Well, guys, that was a great thing. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you tune in to the Rivalry Showcase. But first, this Friday, we're going to be Central versus Halls. It's going to be the rematch to the Black Oak Grids. Mark Packer, Coach DJ, guys, I appreciate you. And until next week, stay blessed. Have a great weekend.